Good morning, my friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going, everyone? Got a great crowd in chat already. That's great. Everyone's watching Burnsy Cam and getting ready for the stream. We had a question. Fighting Fish asks, "What's my usual stream time?" A YouTube watcher. First off, welcome from YouTube. It's your first time here, and stream is usually there's no set schedule. Usually on during the week on weekdays. Usually starting around 8:30, 9 a.m. and then going to maybe 3, maybe 5 p.m. Usually in that time frame is where I'll stream. I may start a little later or end a little sooner or go a little later, depending. My schedule is pretty crazy right now, but usually on during the week. Rarely on weekends. I'm obviously usually traveling for tournaments, and then occasionally Friday and Monday get gobbled up as travel days. But sweet. What's up, everyone? Good morning, good morning. We're playing. Sweet, Randy. That's the important one. So, the only thing better than a new sub is a returning sub, and that second month of subscription is the most important month, as it means that you made the choice to come back. Randy, thank you so much, my friend. Show some love in chat. That's awesome. So, today we're playing, we're going to get into the brewing tomorrow. Today we're going to establish the parameters, if you will. So, SCG Columbus was this weekend. And unfortunately, I didn't do too well. It was the rare tournament where I felt like I played a very good deck, and I felt like I played well. But sometimes the chips just don't fall where you want them to, you know? I played Blue Eye Control, as I played on stream last week, and on YouTube, and I was very happy with the deck. I'll keep playing it going forward. But I'm not the story of Columbus, because I didn't do very well. The story is Green-White Tokens. Now, this deck is Eric Shoopman's deck, who won the tournament. Eric defeated my teammate Todd Stevens in the finals, also playing Green-White Tokens. So, kind of a talk of a tournament, if you will. Obviously, the team events are a little awkward because it's hard to necessarily know how well each player did. Although Todd's my teammate, he told me he did very, very well. I think he lost one match and had like 2 or 3 unfinished. So, the deck is based around the Selesnya Guild from Guilds of Ravnica. We're playing a lot of Guilds of Ravnica cards and utilizing the Convoke mechanic. Convoke, of course, is you can use your creatures to help cast your spells. Tap all your creatures to cast your stuff. March of the Multitudes is the big one here. I kind of poo-pooed this card a little bit, but it is pretty powerful. So, I'm allowed to be wrong sometimes. And I think it's also... This is the kind of deck that usually does well week 1. It's just a lot of the powerful cards in the set. We're looking at 4, 6... We got 6 Mythics, and then 4, 8... 6 new mythics, 8 new rares, new good uncommons, just a bunch of the good new cards from a new set. And you put a lot of power into a deck, and usually goes well week 1 because everyone's kind of not sure what they're doing yet. So we have Convokers in March of the Multitudes. Venerated Loxodon is one of the best cards in the set, in my opinion. This is a 4/4 Convoke for 5, but every creature you convoke off of gets a counter also. So you tap 4 1/1s in this, and you'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 power in play when you originally had only 4. This card's really, really good. We have Tristani, which is heir apparent to Regal Caracal. 1/4, pumps the team, makes tokens. That extra thing on there about getting control of stuff you own, that's for commander players, not really for standard, but powerful card. Most important card, though, I think, is Emmara, Soul of the Accord, 2-drop. This card is obviously great just on face value, as it is a 2/2 whenever you attack, get a token, but becomes totally busted with Convoke, because whenever you tap it to Convoke, you also get a token. So this is a card that snowballs really, really well, making more tokens so you can convoke more stuff, so you can get more tokens, etc., etc. We have Flower to Flourish here. Flower is just a little Lay of a Land, kind of like a Tomb of the Aether, and then a big back end in a sort of overrun. This is the kind of card where the opportunity cost is so low because Flower is just so easy to cast. And then Flourish is a good game-ending card later in the game. So Todd was referring to this as Splinter Twin before the tournament, where you go end step, March of the Multitudes, and then on your turn you cast Flourish and win the game. So we got that. We got History of Benalia as a great card from Dominaria. Saproling Migration, also from Dominaria. Just good token makers. Shalai, obviously just a powerful card. It's useful in the deck. And then Conclave Tribunal, perhaps one of the best kill spells in the format. This card is really, really, really good. Usual mana base, 1 Arch of Orazca. Sideboard's got Shield Mares and Seal Away and Settles and all the usual stuff. Lyra for mono red and Vivien Reid for control matchups and the Immortal Sun. That's kind of a cool one. So, yeah, deck seems really sweet to me. We're going to jump right in and play and see how we do. District Guide, really a playable Magic card? Surprisingly, yes. I think the card is not nearly as good as it was in previous formats. It's a reprint of a reprint. District Guide is a reprint of Borderland Ranger, which is basically a functional reprint of Civic Wayfinder. And Civic Wayfinder won a Pro Tour as a 4 of. Although there were elf synergies too. But it's just a little innocuous value card. I think its standard is a little more powerful than it was when these cards were good in standard. So I think this card is not super exciting. I believe Todd did not play this card. But it's fine. You know, it's a creature. It's a value card. It's 2/2 comes into play, draws a card, obviously, smooths your mana out. It's not an exciting card. This is not History of Benalia. This is not, some mythic rare. But it's a cog that can make your deck work. We're also playing Legion's Landing, which is pretty great too. So I imagine the Immortal Sun, is for planeswalker mid-range decks, like those Orazca decks. Although a little awkward because you're probably bringing in Vivien Reid in those matchups too. But what's up, DJ? What's up, my friends? If you're just tuning in, we got Candlehawk, we got Eddie, we got Ansky, we got Blurm, Lord Draken. Everyone's hanging out in chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't be shy. Say hi. Best color combination for control deck in standard. I played Blue-White Control in Columbus. I thought it was really good. But Jeskai, also possibly very good. Esper, I don't really have a good answer for you because I'm not sure yet. Let's go. So here's a good example of why Flower Flourish is quite solid. So it's a 1-lander, but our Overrun is also a land, so we can keep this hand. I got some Michael Jackson stuck in my head because I had a little MJ playing on the stream warm-up. So now we got turn 2 Emmara. Possible turn 3 History or Tribunal. We'll see. Memorial to Folly. Venerated Loxodon is so good. Morning, Tet, the slime. Alright, so Emmara lives, which is phenomenal for us. We didn't draw a land, but that's okay. We can just get a land with our flower thing. So we get to also attack in here, make a token, which is nice. Obviously a stumbly start with our flowers, but we're still functioning, which is nice. Alright, so let's get a plains. Play plains. There you go. A little clunky here, but it's okay. Yeah, Lay of a Land. 1 mana to get a land is very reasonable. And if you give it any sort of upside, it's really, really good. We've seen that in the last few standards. We've seen, obviously, Attune with Aether, which got banned. Traverse the Uvenwald. These sorts of effects. Pretty good. All right, that's a pretty good wild growth walker there. So we can history into Tribunal here. We can play a Loxodon. There's a lot of things we can do here. Let's think for a second. They hit double land off of their Explorers. So they have 2 extra Overgrown Tombs in their hand. Interesting. We could also just go Legion's Landing, Venerated Loxodon. Which would be pretty good as well. Make another token. And then set up for a March of the Multitudes of some kind. We go History. We can't do much besides just play History. I think I'm off History this turn. I think I want to go landing into Loxodon, make some more tokens. A green-black deck like this is not going to have any sweepers in their main deck. So we can just go really, really wide, kind of go nuts. So yeah, we're going to do that. So pretty good board so far. Also making Emmara 3/3 is pretty good. So they can attack through some of their stuff if possible. Next turn we can just honestly just cast March for a lot and just cast Conclave Tribunal off the Convoke as well. So we'll see. They're hitting a lot of lands too, which is nice. So their things are too small to do anything. Overgrown Tomb. Shalai, yeah, turns off Settle. It protects your creatures from removal, obviously, and then it's just a mana sink later in the game. Saproling Migration. So essentially that card is free. Yeah, Loxodon is great. We can So we're deciding if we want to attack with the Emmara or not. We're probably going to try... I mean, I guess maybe we don't need to Tribunal this card. It's pretty big, but we only have one Tribunal and probably want to save it for something bigger. So the question here is, do we want to get aggressive and use our removal spell or just develop our board? We use Conclave, the Tribunal on the Walker. We can attack with these. They probably double block on the Emmara. We kill 2 things and get a token, which is probably fine. Alright. I think that's what we're going to do. Also, if we have 4 of his cards, we draw another one, we can just play it. They play a Planeswalker, we can just attack it if we need to. I don't think we need to save the thing. Let's kill this thing. Let's get in. Morning, Warlock. Good morning, my friends. Yeah, this is the deck that won Columbus. They block the Loxodon instead. That's interesting. Did not block the Emmara. So yeah, I played Blue-White Control. We're playing the decks that did well. I did not do well. This is the first place list. It's right on the top, folks. Doom Whisperer. Sure. So I think we're gonna attack with these 3, or we're gonna attack with 3 things and flip landing, and just end-step March of the Multitudes for 1,000,000. I think I can actually play the Migration and then also March. Yeah, so let's do that. We're gonna throw away our Emmara here just to get in some extra damage and flip our landing. It gets in 4 damage, and then we get a token as well. So Lord Draken, it's like 20th in the priority list. We'll get there eventually. Teferi's great. Again, I played Blue-White in the tournament. I thought Blue-White was great. Okay. So next turn, we get to attack for about 100,000,000. Again, they shouldn't have any main deck sweepers, so we should be safe here. The big thing is post-board, probably need to focus a little less on the tokens because they're going to have answers. What's up, Deporia? They're surveilling a lot. What's this? All this surveilling. They're at 12 now? What's their plan here? The main phase surveil? That's pretty weird. Opponent's trying to token us back, eh? That's an aggressive attack. Marching. This might be a concession. Yep. I could have marched again for like a few more tokens, but they're just super dead, so it doesn't matter. Alright, cool. Good game 1 there. Good game 1. So I think post sideboard, we're gonna want to get away from the token theme a little bit. They're probably gonna have like Plague Mare or things like that. So we're gonna want like some more individually powerful cards. Lyra does not line up super well against the demon. Vivien Reid does. Tendershoot Dryad's pretty good. Probably gonna want to cut the marches. Bring in like Tendershoot, Vivien. Sure. Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I was planning on marching it anyway. I'm just kind of saying that. I mean, we could have done that. They're probably a Orazca deck. So maybe we want the Immortal Sun and not the Vivien Reids. I don't think we want Settle. Maybe we want Lyra. Noel, new sub. First sub of the stream. What's your name? Where you from? Questions are in chat. Welcome. They could have Golden Demise too. Absolutely. That's a scary one. So let's bring in some more generally powerful stuff. I also mind bringing in all of the Lyras and making sure we save our Conclave Tribunal for the demon. I'm not sure. Vivien also kills a demon, but it's really awkward with this card. Well, this card seems really good, honestly. So maybe we're bringing the third Lyra and cut one of these migrations also. Let's bring in Spyglass for possible Orazcas. I don't know. We're gonna go here. We'll just start here. Sounds sweet. The sands, definitely are on our game one plan of, creature, but looks pretty good. All right, Noel is Mike from New Jersey. Favorite card is Snapcaster. Love any control deck. Going with the flow with Karn for the puppies. Sweet. Mike, thanks, my friend. Appreciate it. All right, so a little Lana Rolf on the play. We draw a land, which is not great. We have a lot of big bombs in our deck, though, so we have plenty of big 5-mana mythic rares. So we do want to draw lands. Wild Growth Walker, land. All right. Let's say that our migration looks a little awkward here. Another Wild Growth Walker. Sure. Another land. All right. Well, now we've drawn a few lands in a row, which I don't really like very much. I think it's 3 in a row, right? Yeah. So let's just draw some big stuff for the rest of the game. Yeah, it's going to be some big walkers. Doom Whisperer next turn? No, they binned it. Gruesome Menagerie. This is a new card. It reanimates a creature that costs 1, a creature that costs 2, and a creature that costs 3 from the graveyard. They binned both these cards. So, spell. Okay, well, that is a spell, but at the moment, they have a bunch of huge creatures. I don't think we're really interested in casting Tribunal on any of these things. We're going to save it for something big. So, we're just going to chill. Not really going anywhere fancy at the moment, but I think we're reasonably well set up for a long game. Yeah, these are big walkers. Okay. Find or Finality. This is the split card. They bin that. And then Lana Rolves, they bin that. Just binning everything. Alright, well, they have some very, very large Wild Growth Walkers. This is a close to ideal draw here for them. Another land. Okay. Well, I think we're in trouble this game. I don't think we want, like... God, they're 44 life. I don't think we want to Settle the Wreckage in this matchup. Maybe we want the Wrath. We can just, like, build into a Wrath. Alright, we're probably dead this game. I don't think we're beating two 8-10s. I mean, they don't have any cards left, so... That's a start. Kind of. Like that's a way to get back in this. Just make a 3/3 every single turn. If they can't kill my Dryad and it lives for a few turns, we might be able to crawl back into this game. We could have tried Tribunal one of these, but maybe for the moment we can just block. This is Orazca. If it's Orazca, we're going to concede. Finality. Oh boy. I didn't actually read the back half of this card. Alright, so you may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. Okay. That card is good against us. Alright. That was a tough one. So, let's reevaluate again. I think it's possible. Now we're on the play. I definitely want to have more powerful singular threats. Like to cut like a migration probably. You want Seal Away? Probably need some sort of removal for those stupid Wild Growth Walkers. Like 4 Tribunals, probably not enough. -4/-4 cards, pretty tough. I don't want to up our curves like too much, you know. Cleansing Nova's awkward. It's like we're gonna kill our own stuff. Yeah, I mean the black mare is definitely good. You can bring in like Sealaways or Lyra. Settle's like fine. You know, the Settle's very awkward in this deck because like it's hard for them to attack with a lot of things. So you have so many good blockers. It makes it awkward. Bring like 1 Nova and 1 Lyra, and just like have a reset button if we need it. Maybe we cut the Tristani. This card's really bad against that -4/-4. And just doesn't... Yeah, I'm going to cut this card, actually. I'm going to bring in a Lyra. I'm going to bring in the Sealaways. And I'm going to bring in the 1 Cleansing Nova. And let's try this. Tristani is like we're cutting again. We're cutting some. We cut most of our linear 1/1 token stuff because they have answers to that. I think Immortal Sun's really good. So, all right, this hand is a little slower, but it is still good. We're gonna keep. So Rao says, "Why have I decided to play Standard on Magic Online rather than Arena?" So I'm actually playing Mono Red on Arena later. Frankly, I don't have all the cards in Arena. I do have Magic Online, and acquiring cards on Arena is annoying. I tend to play a lot of different decks, so I don't have every card in Arena, and I'm not going to drop like $1,000 to get them all, you know. So I'm building my Arena account. I've been playing some Sealed. We're playing our 3rd league of Mono Red on Arena, and I am, you know, working it into my schedule. I'm having fun playing. Oh, good draw. Good draw. I've been working into the schedule, so I'll be playing Arena for Standard later. But for now, we're working on it. Swapping decks in Arena is not easy. So, all right, they have their Walker, but that's okay. We have a pretty good hand here. Yep, no problem. But yeah, playing this green-white deck, and then I'll be playing Legacy 12 Post, and then I'll be playing Mono Red Aggro, Max McMeady's deck from the Open on Arena. I think that the Arena is also like a little awkward. The level of play is definitely worse because A, there's a lot of newer players, and B, it's a ladder system. So if you're just starting to play on Arena for the first time, you're going to be at the bottom of the ladder, so you haven't gotten up to the good players yet. So, all right, they have the old Jade Light again. So now they have a 3/5 Wild Growth Walker. We can just build up to this Flourish here, honestly. Cleansing Nova. Well, that's super awkward. Thanks for following, everyone. If you haven't followed the stream with that follow button, of course, Unsilent Ninja, thanks for the resub. Appreciate that. Thanks for following, everyone. I guess we're just playing more creatures and going for a big Flourish here. Like, we could try and set up Nova, but we already have so much committed to the board as far as creatures go. So we have it's 2 turns. So unfortunately, the history does not line up with the Flourish, but thanks for following, everyone. How do you defeat mono? How can mono red defeat mono green? It seems tough. We played mono red on stream last week, and we got raffle stomped by mono green. Not really sure, honestly, yet. Dragon Dex Sarkin seems cool. Standard seems great. Sure. Standard seems pretty awesome right now, honestly. I mean, we're going to get City's Blessing anyway next turn. Doesn't really matter. They took the Flourish, left the Wrath. So now we're in an interesting spot. We don't really want a Wrath. Ooh. Okay. So we don't really even have good attacks with our Knights because of that 3/5 Wild Growth Walker. We can Loxodon. They have 4 cards in hand and a Memorial to Folly. So we pump our team. We're going to have a bunch of 3/3s against their 3/5. But we can at least start attacking. We have Arch also. This is tough. Our Wrath is really awkward, obviously. But I think we can probably just keep making a board and use our Arch. And then Wrath if we have to.
Welcome aboard.
Alright. Sucks the Knights can't attack. Let's make the Knights 3/3s. I think it's actually better to split off, make this soldier bigger. Alright, never mind, I'm done. I can do everything. Then I have a 4/4, and they can't really attack unless they kill it. Yeah, this is fun. I want that Flourish back. This damn freebooter. Alright. They reveal Ooh, Plague Mare. They've been the Plague Mare. Okay. So it didn't really matter. Sure. Forest Swamp, Branch Walker. Alright, so they have one big creature, the Wild Growth Walker. They have 5 cards in hand. A lot of them are lands. We can just start arching, honestly, and then set up for a Wrath. Or we could even just slam with everything here. We'd lose 1 creature to the Walker and then deal a bunch of damage and flip Legion's Landing. They don't really have great blocks across the board. They're at 33, which is the high life total. So we would lose Loxodon and deal a bunch of damage and make a token and a token. Yeah, I like that, actually. Their only good block is with Walker. Everything else can't block unless it dies. Actually, I guess we can leave this 1/1 back, actually, because they have the Jade Light. So flip landing. And now you can make a token or draw a card. You get in for some damage here. Alright, so that's the obvious block. And they probably put the Jade Light on the... No. They're just taking the rest of it? Sure. So they take, a lot of damage. Just go to a casual 19. No big deal. And then we can sit back and draw a card with the Arch. Honestly, we can make the same attack next turn. And just keep getting a bunch of damage in. Gaining some life. And then drawing cards. Setting up for a Wrath. What's up, Peacebone? Alright, second Walker is going to make the Nova more important for sure. Because now they're going to be playing Plague Mare. Alright, so now we can just Wrath. Plague Mare kills all my 1/1s. And the Freebooter attacks. Alright, so we're going to try to draw a card. Plains. Okay, so now they still don't have any good blocks besides the Walker. And we draw the Immortal Sun. That's a pretty dope draw, I think. That once again gives us a bunch of good attacks. They have 3 cards left. And I'm pretty happy to play the Immortal Sun attack and then Wrath next turn. Yeah, I'm pretty cool with all this. I'm just going to bash. So they have 3 cards left. We're just cracking in for a lot of damage, making them make trades, and then they've played a lot of their good creatures. They have double Wild Growth Walker out already, so we can set up for a Wrath. Now we're drawing 2 cards a turn. We have Adonta, the first fort. This all feels pretty good to me. We're gonna be getting some life in the process too, which is nice. So yeah, so they go to 11. We go to 23. Still have 2 blockers and the Immortal Sun and the Wrath. Lebrontodon. All right. Well, that makes things a little more annoying, but we're still okay here. Seeker Squire, sure. All right, so we're gonna. Oh, Plague Mare cannot be blocked. You got it. Look at that, they got us. All right, we're gonna block the large creature with the Lifelinker. Untap. Flower Flourish. Not exactly good. So now, now it looks. Now a Wrath of God looks pretty good. It's possible we can hold off 1 more turn and draw a card with the Arch. I guess the fear is they draw like a Freebooter or something. So we Wrath here, and we can't do anything else. If we Wrath here and they play like the Demon or something, it's pretty bad. I kind of want to just say go and wait for 1 more turn. And then just like we can draw a card off Arch. Well, not only are we worried about Doom Whisperer, they actually have a Doom Whisperer in their hand. So, yeah, I'm going to wait a turn. If I Wrath and they just cast Doom Whisperer, that's not a very good scenario for us. So we'll just chill. As far as attacks go, I don't see a point of attacking, so we can just chill. I believe they know the Wrath, yes. So they are aware of it, which makes it worse. But if we didn't have Arch in play, I probably would just do it. But the fact that we have the ability to just like draw a card and make our next turn better is nice. Like at the cost of 3 life, or a few life here, we get to draw an extra card and try and set up better for this post-Wrath world. I honestly might even wait another turn. Loxodon's good. History of Benalia. Alright, so we Wrath. I mean, they can get back a creature, but for the most part, they're just going to cast a demon next turn. We Wrath. Oh, and cast History, because now we have mana to do that. Alright, sweet. So we go Wrath, History. I like that. Alright, sweet. Maybe they won't block. Oh, I could have blocked with the Mare with the District Guide. Yeah, that was right. Oops. I just didn't read the card. Alright, so let's destroy all creatures. Boom! Cast History. So now we have History versus Demon, essentially. And then we're going to have another History token and a Loxodon, double Flourish, a Danto Vanguard token, or whatever, Danto Fort token. What are they casting here? Well, that's pretty good. Okay. Opponent seems to be going bigger than us, which is surprising, but right, and then I can go tap all the creatures. Like, we have our Flourish, but they just have a lot of blockers now. So, we're probably in a bit of trouble. There's a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs. Nicole and I were watching Ant-Man last night. I think we want to leave our Lifelinker in play for we have Flourish. Play Demon now. I kind of wish I had another Wrath. Jeez. I mean, this was obviously that. I mean, the problem is they saw the Wrath, so they were able to. They've been setting this up for like 10 turns probably. Lyra's like not bad. I wish we had waited one turn with the Loxodon so we could Lyra. If we Lyra now, our Flourish next turn is pretty good. Lyra can't block the Doom Whisperer, but it is still a very good blocker. One short of activating the thing also. It's kind of lame. Yeah, I mean, I think we just play Lyra and say go here. I don't think we really have any great attacks. They have a 6/6. We could Flourish and Slam, but that doesn't really do a ton. They just chump block a bunch of stuff and draw some cards and gain some life and stuff. So, I'm just going to play Lyra. They have 2 cards left. However, they're obviously going to draw a good card next turn because they have Doom Whisperer, so we'll see. There's a lot of creatures. Yeah. This card's pretty good. For a 6-mana hard to cast 2/3, this card's pretty good. Alright, say Surveil. Alright, so just Demon comes in, it's fine. Take the 6, you can't block, obviously. I mean, hopefully Lyra lives this turn. Another Doom Whisperer. Sunpetal Grove. 6. We do have Lifelinkers and Lyra. We Flourish. They have some pretty good blocks. We gain 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We gain 14 life. Probably just slam twice, I guess. This board just seems so hard to beat without an actual Wrath. We cannot double Flourish. No, we're not even close to that. I think it's just team. We're going to lose a bunch of stuff here, but I don't think we have a choice. The Brontodon for the Immortal Sun was really the backbreaking play of this game. If we had had Immortal Sun in play all of these turns, we probably would be fine. But I guess I can block Lifelinkers and sack the token. So we will gain a little bit less life than we thought we were going to. But they have so yeah, I think that the Doom Whisperer probably should block one of these Vigilance creatures to make things simpler on their... They just die? What the hell happened? They just miscount? What did they do? 5, 10. Yeah, they just... It's funny that one of the things you often say, you know, like if you're like coaching someone or like talking to someone who's like being too stingy with their spells, you say, well, you don't want to die with cards in your hand, right? Because you can't take them with you. That doesn't usually apply to things that are on the board. Like, it's very rare for someone to die with a million creatures in play that could have blocked. All right. I mean, you can't take the insects with you, you know? All right, we'll take that one. I mean, that game was like, we were probably at, you know, like a 30% dog that game. I'll take it. You know, what is the opposite of tilt? Whew. All right. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Our opponents are giving us nice little gifts here. We are playing Eric Shoopman's green-white tokens deck that won SCG Columbus a few days ago, and we just won round 1 against the green-black deck because our opponent just died. Just died. Yeah, we can't keep this. All right. I mean, Sand's fine. And then we're on the draw, so we can take Flower and just guarantee a 3rd land drop. Which I think I want to do, actually. I'll leave this on top. Yeah, opponent just didn't block. They just blocked stuff, but they just didn't block enough stuff. So, alright, Mono Red. I imagine Mono Red's a good matchup. The card Goblin Chain Whirler is obviously difficult, but at the same time, we have a lot of big cards and lifelinkers and stuff. Unfortunately, play draw is super huge in this matchup because if I can go turn 2 Migration and then turn 3 Loxodon before they can cast Chain Whirler, it's insane for us. But if they're on the play, they can Chain Whirler my Migration before I can Loxodon, which is terrible for us. So we're probably just going to cast Migration and get blown out by Chain Whirler because we don't really have a choice in the matter. We can't not do anything. And then they have 3 cards left. They have land and Chain Whirler. Alright, don't whirl me. This is going to be a bloodbath. Alright. Alright. Wizard's Lightning. Wizard's Lightning. Shock. That shock seemed unnecessary. It's a little excessive. Alright, so we're almost dead. I play this. We block the other creature. And they have 0 cards. We block this. We go to 5. Alright, we're dead to a million things here, but wow. That is the most passive mono red play I've ever seen in my entire life. You attack there with everything every single time, and you throw away your Lava Runner for 2 damage to put your opponent at 3 with 2 Firebrands in play and a deck full of burn spells. That was wild. Alright. We probably attack for 4 and play Shalai. And then hopefully we can just survive for the next 2 turns and play Tristani. Oh, Shalai hexproofs us also. That is true. I forgot that part. That's a very important part. This is target player. It is target player. Ooh boy. All right. Well, now we're in great shape. I forgot this does it does us. It gives us hexproof as well as our creatures. All right, we're gonna attack for 4. And now this game should be over. Yeah, opponents. People are saying that the Magic Arena opponents are of a much lower quality than Magic Online opponents, and Magic Online opponents are like, hold my beer, all right, hold my beer. All right, I mean, this is an absolute bloodbath now. Alright, we just slam. Like, what are they going to do now? They can't target my creatures or me, so let's just kill them. We have lifelinkers. Yeah, I probably, given that they were going to 1, I probably should have left back 1 creature. I didn't do the math, obviously, because why would I ever do the math? I should have left back 1 extra Saproling. Wow, that was something else. Whew, boy. I think that's gonna be the title of this video. Arena players worse than Magic Online players. Hold my beer. All right, so let's sideboard in all these ridiculously good cards and crush our opponent. Seal away Lyra Shield Mare, and we're gonna cut. Got like 2 migrations. I got 2 March the Multitude. It's pretty slow. I kind of want to cut the Flower Flourishes, but we can't. I feel like it's a part of our mana base. We can't really get rid of all of them. 61. March is obviously very good. I'm just concerned with being able to actually cast it. Because we're cutting some of our token enablers to try and not be bad against Chain Whirler. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's do this. Maybe we don't need to be obvious tribunals either. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I'm gonna leave a flower in just so we have mana. Didn't have a 1-drop there. That was a 2 through 5 curve. Cutting light. Well, the problem is that these are 1/1 tokens that don't work unless we have a board already. And Goblin Chainwhirler is a card. Loxodon's great. I'm pretty big on Loxodon, honestly. What matchups are tough for this deck? I'm not sure. First time playing it. This deck won the Open, so we're trying it out. This is our second match. This hand's quite bad. Landing is good, but this hand is effectively 2 spells and 4 lands. Tristani's also good, but yeah, we gotta mulligan this. We can just do much better, I think. This is the kind of hand that can just stumble and die. Let me just draw 2 5-drops and a land and die. Alright, this isn't much better, but we're going to keep bottom. Maybe we should have cut a Loxodon too, actually. We are cutting a lot of our early stuff. I think we should have shaved a Loxodon too. Yeah, Standard seems great. I mean, I love Standard. I've been dying to play Standard for the last year or two. Even though Standard hasn't been great over the last year and a half, the games you've still been pretty fun usually. Alright. Seal Away is probably not going to hit this Lava Runner. We should play a tap land. Let's say go. Do I want to play Flower? I don't think so. We have our Splinter Twin combo of March and Flowers, so let's wait. Man, new sub. Man, what's your name? Where you from? Questions are in chat. Welcome, my friend. Alright. Being aggressive. And a Pyromancer. Alright. Maybe I should have seal away this turn. I think maybe that I was just being too greedy there. Like, now I'm just going to seal away this turn, you know? And now we have a migration, but we can't really afford to cast it. If it's Chainwhirler. Yeah, I think I just punted. I think I should just cast seal away on this. I'm, like, looking for a better target, and that's just dumb. I mean, like, I am scared of Phoenix, but now we're at 9. Ugh. Alright, we're going to flourish for a land here, and then we're going to seal away something, and we're like trying to set up migration into Loxodon, but it's really cool to just draw one of our good spells next turn, one of our big, like, you know, 4 or 5 mana cards. If they cast the Phoenix here, we are stone dead. We're going to have to cast a seal away at this point. I should have cast this last turn, and I'd be 2 life higher. No, I don't think banning Teferi is a thing at all. Teferi is good. It's not unbeatable. Like, alright, so we got him with the Chainwhirler. It's good. So now we can play Migration. Ugh, yeah, we should have shaved one of these or 2 of these. Because they're literally just going to be 4/4s. We could march for 1 here. We're going to chump, because we have to. We can't go to 3, I don't think. We could cast March for 1, just make a lifelinker. And then play the 4/4 next turn, and maybe attack for 1 with the lifelinker. That's such a loose March, though. We could just use March is obviously a game-winning card. I'm gonna block and just not play it, I don't think. Okay. Whew. Whew. Hello. Don't fight with fire me. End step Wizard's Lightning. We're dead to a lot of stuff here. Or still alive. Whew. Oh boy. Oh yeah. And that's the game. This is not really a mono red deck that can beat one hit from a Baneslayer Angel. Nice. So our hand was kind of loose. I don't think we boarded great. We drew out of it though, thankfully. So sweet. All right. Good game. Good game. 500 fantastic viewers. Give yourself a hand on this wonderful Tuesday morning. Welcome, 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 my friends. Once again, I'm Jim Davis. We got Burnsy back there hanging out. Hi, Burnsy. Hey, Burnsy. What's up, bud? What are you doing? Playing some green-white. This is the Eric Shoopman's first place deck from last weekend. And, yeah. 12 post deck is next. If you want to know what's on the schedule for today, we've got this deck. Then we have Jody Keith's Legacy 12 post deck, which apparently was insane. And then we're going to play some mono red on Arena. That's right. We'll mix a little Arena into the stream as well. So that's the agenda for today. This deck, then Legacy 12 post, then mono red on mono red standard. It was Max McBeaty's deck. He came in third. I lost to him in the tournament. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Our deck seems good so far. It does seem very, very powerful. This hand, not so powerful. We just draw any 2-mana play. This hand's so good. But let's ask chat. 12 post is like Tron. Yeah, 12 post is definitely like the legacy version of Tron. I played Blue-Eye Control in SCG Columbus. I was very happy with it, but I'm leaning towards Mulligan, I think. I think there's too many things can go wrong here. Chat agrees. Wow. All right, this hand's better, obviously. Keep. Sure. Top me. Hand just needed a few too many things to go right. It needed to draw a land or two and an early play or two. And honestly, Tribunal is very, very good, but we are a synergy-based deck looking to kind of get the ball rolling and the snowball rolling as far as our tokens and stuff, and Tribunal doesn't really do that. What do I think of Runaway Steamkin in Modern? Definitely good. Definitely a playable card. What do you do with it? I don't know, but it's definitely a playable card. That card is great. While waiting for our opponent here, I'm going to remind everybody to hop on Twitter. Give me a follow. Don't be shy. At Jim Davis MTG, my goal for the year is 10,000 followers, and right now I have 8,000. Got a few months left to get that 10,000. Maybe if we get 10,000, I'll do a big giveaway or something. You heard it here first. Also, a reminder to everyone that last week was my last article for StarCityGames.com after 6 years. And big thanks to them. I love those guys. I love Cedric. I love all my Star City friends. But we're trying something new, and that'll be announced very, very soon. Look for that. Very exciting. Our opponent is disconnected. Okay, played a planes and disconnected. So, that's pretty exciting. So, everyone's obviously got all my wonderful Star City friends. Emma, Patrick, Jadine, CVM, Orion, Brian Gottlieb, who's been killing it, by the way, on Star City. Check out his articles. Very, very good. Thanks to all the love, everyone. I appreciate that. And yeah, what's it gonna be? What am I doing? Maybe I'm gonna be a pro wrestler. Maybe I'm gonna be. I don't know. Maybe the New York Rangers signed me to a contract. We'll find out soon. Probably next week I'll be making my announcement. So that's cool. And then also, if you haven't followed me on YouTube, make sure you follow on YouTube. Channel's going nuts. I've been killing it lately with my my thumbnail game. I'm not gonna lie. Channel's going great. Standard, modern, other formats, fun Magic stuff. My feature matches and deck techs from opens and stuff. The John and Jim show. We're doing one of those tomorrow probably, as long as John has a good day in school. Those that don't know, me and my stepson play Cuphead and other Cuphead and classic games. It's really fun. Check that out. John and Jim show. Magic Pro, StarCraft Pro. I haven't done one of these in so long. I've been so busy, but StarCraft's my fun game of choice. I love StarCraft. I actually talked to Pig, who was a StarCraft caster, former StarCraft Pro, big time streamer, and he's been playing Magic Arena, and so I talked to him a little bit about possibly guesting on each other's streams, or I would guest on his stream and help him with Arena, and he would guest on my stream and help me with some StarCraft. I'm like a platinum level player in StarCraft. Ooh, there I go. Go Roaches. That's on there as well. Magic Pro, StarCraft Pro. My cool Diablo playthrough. This was really fun. I put this up before my YouTube channel kind of got rolling, so not many people have actually seen it. But I did a playthrough of Diablo. Super classic, awesome game on the 20th anniversary. I really, really love this stream. I really love doing it. Go watch it. No one's really seen it, so check that out. And then we also got my Star City content, my flashback, and my versus videos and stuff. And check that out. So the YouTube's bumping. Check out the YouTube. A lot of Magic players like StarCraft, actually. Brad Nelson does. Joe Lissette does. I should talk to everyone. We should get some games going. That'd be fun. Do like a Magic Pro StarCraft League or whatever. But yeah, StarCraft is like one of the best games ever. It's all the strategy of Magic plus all of the dexterity of like hockey. Yes, you have to be very, very fast, but also very, very smart and strategic. So it's a great game. So check out the YouTube, check out the Twitter. Make sure you follow me on both those. My opponent has lost connection to the game again. So that's that. Yes. And Tannen, you can bribe Tannen to find out the announcement. That's great. That's great. So that's that. And what else can I bump here? Check out my team, of course, on Twitter. Team BCW. Of course, Tanning Race is in chat right now. We're all very, very, very good looking. And there we are. Jeff was a guest at our challenge event. We also had big thanks to Collins Mullen, Dylan Donegan, and Caleb Shear, who came to hang out at our event last Friday at Comic Town. They sat in for us. The place was packed. There was 1 million people there. This is an event we do, in case you were unaware. Before every SCG tour stop, Team BCW shows up to a local game store, and we do a fun event from 8 to 10 p.m. where you can challenge us to games. It's free to play, and either way, you get a pack of BCW Deck Guard Elite sleeves, the best sleeves in the market. And if you win, you get a cool BCW bag too. So we had usually it's just us playing. We invite guests sometimes. Cat Light was with us in Indianapolis, I believe. Of course, Dylan, Collins, and Caleb were here hanging out with us on in this event at Comic Town. We often have guests coming down to hang out, but really fun event. As you can see here, we're playing some games. I'm playing some Tron. Ross is playing that's Storm, it looks like. Looks like Storm. Oh, Dredge. Ross is playing Dredge. It's a lot of fun. And Nicole's here.
Somebody say fun? Bernsey. I just came to see Bernsey.
Nicole just came to see. Burnsy's working, alright? Just like you can't come bother me while I'm working, you can't bother Burnsy either. What are you doing to Burnsy?
Bernsey.
Oh, Burnsy. Call the herd. Sweet. Donation bonus leagues are still closed, yes. They'll be back soon. I'm working on it. I've got a lot of stuff to work on, obviously. So,
This is for you, Bernsey.
Tiny says, how do you pick the store? Get in touch with Rick from BCW or BCW.
Hey, Bernsey's
And you can figure that out. Just tweet at Team BCW and Rick will see it. Rick chooses the stores, of course. Nicole's going to work. It's her first day of work this year, right?
No, I worked the first 2 weeks of January.
Huh. Wow. Really? Did you break a sweat?
A little bit. That's
All right,
why I quit.
everyone's a hi to Nicole and bye to Nicole. Our opponent's disconnected here. Up, they're back again. So
You have Jello in the fridge.
I have Jello in the fridge.
I'm not ready yet.
Everyone,
Burnsy got his
hype
Jello
in
box.
chat for Jello. Hype in chat for Jello. Hype in chat for Jello. Hype in chat for Jello.
I just
Hype in
so
chat for Jello. Hype in chat for Jello.
Just so that Burnsy can have his Jello box.
Oh, Burnsy's a Jello box. Nothing makes Burnsy happier in the world than a Jello box. Look how happy he is.
He's the happiest person in the
I
world.
want to be as happy as two things. I want to be as happy as Alexander Ovechkin with the Stanley Cup, and I want to be as happy as Burnsy is with a Jello box. That's my goal.
He really is just so happy.
Our opponent's back.
All right, I love you.
All right, let me do this. Have a good day at work.
I will. Call me if you need me. Yay.
Why would I need you?
Oh, shoot. Stamps. I need a stamp.
And our opponent's back in the time zone here. There we go.
I did this on purpose.
Yeah, really, really happy. All right, so might be a mirror here. We'll see what they do. Yeah, Ovechkin with the cup is just like... Have you ever seen anybody so happy?
Just Burnsy with a Jello box.
Tan, it's okay to be dumb and not like Jello, you know? Ever any events in New York? Like, what do you mean events? What kind of events? We got a mirror match here. All right. I imagine March of the Multitudes is good in the mirror. Just going to throw that out there. Thanks for following the stream. If you haven't followed yet, that follow button, of course, watching on YouTube, make sure you follow on there. I mean, there's never any opens in New York, so no. I don't think I mind an attack here. I'm just gonna attack and play another thing. Like, we kill their creature, make our own creature. Yeah, I guess Syracuse there's events. So, but it's just the Friday before every single SCG tour stop. So all you have to do is look at the SCG tour schedule, and you'll know where we're gonna be. And then you can go to our Twitter to figure out to find out the exact information for the store. Jello Eaters win opens, just saying. 2,000 with the big time shade for Tannen. I like that.
What the hell is that?
Alright, there's your Venerated Loxodon. That card's really good. I'd say we're in a bit of trouble here, honestly. We could just Tribunal this Loxodon and just get in for 5. But unfortunately, the big way to win the mirror seems like it's probably just an end step March of the Multitudes into Flourish. Tribunaling the landing? I don't care about the landing. That doesn't seem that important. They're going to attack for a lot next turn with their Knights with Vigilance and stuff, but... the District Guide does seem kind of mopey, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I think District Guide is just like a pretty underpowered card in Standard. Standard these days is not what Standard was 10 years ago, you know? So this is like, you know, that was a plus a creature for us, minus a creature for them kind of thing. What do they got here? They have Tristani? Oh, God. All right, well, now we're probably in trouble. 6, 12, 13, 14. This is 15 damage. Yeah. So we have the March. We still have a pump effect, and they've drawn their pump effects. I got a block here. This is just +7 life, I think. Okay, that's not bad. The problem is if we Tribunal the Tristani, and they Tribunal our Tribunal, they get 2 more tokens. So that kind of sucks. These Knights are just so big. Everything's just so big. We might be forced into just Tribunaling and praying they don't have an answer, because frankly we're honestly pretty dead here. If we don't Tribunal the Tristani, like, we're just taking 1,000,000 next turn. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it. We might just die here like on the spot, but When you're behind, you got to make risky plays, you know? They have 2 cards in hand. Don't have a Tribunal. Yeah, I mean, the Thorn Lieutenants that Todd Stevens played are definitely very good against mono red. So I could have tapped. Yeah, I should probably tap this actually. That's fair. Because we're not blocking here. We could block actually. Actually, I think we are blocking. We have another one anyway. I'm blocking. See, I know what I was doing. If they're really good, I think they kill the guide there and not the Emmara. Because I think it seems pretty clear we have another Emmara based on our plays so far. We offered to trade Emmara for their knight on turn 3, and then we just didn't convoke and then blocked. So I think it's like really, really obvious we have another one of these. I think if they were a master, they would have killed the district guide and not the Emmara. Alright. I guess we're like setting up a march. We just don't have like a lot to march for here, you know? If we draw Flourish, we win the game. If they draw Flourish, they win the game too. Get him, Burnsy. Oh god, we're dead. What's their last card? Alright. So I put their odds of drawing a Flourish at about 100% here. This mirror doesn't seem very fun, honestly. Like, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 17. Yeah, like we're just like making a bad trade here. I think we're just super dead. I don't think we can survive this. Oh, we're gaining life too. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we're gaining 5. Sure. I mean, we're just dead. I just don't think it matters. Yeah. All right. That was a tough one. I mean, they just kind of it's definitely about drawing the payoffs. It feels like, and their early Venerated Loxodon and Tristani was just too much to overcome. We just never really drew a payoff. Ross, you are wrong. Jello is great. Burnsy agrees, right, Burnsy? Yeah, Jello's great. That was really him talking. It wasn't me, I swear to God. What do I want in the mirror here? Like, do I want to bring in Wraths? I feel like I want Tendershoot Dryad. That card just seems great. Declaration in Stone, yeah. I feel like we're basically just doing what the main deck wants to do here, right? Like, I don't think we're really sideboarding anything big at all. Tendershoot seems great. Bring in Tendershoot. But for the most part, I feel like we're just trying to play tokens and nut draw. As far as bringing in like a Wrath of God effect or something, I almost don't even want to bother on the play. Ross, Dan Jessup had me try a beer on Sunday, and it was the beer I hated the least that I ever had. I still didn't like it. It still had the urine taste to it, but it was much more subtle and didn't have an aftertaste. I don't remember what it was, though. You can ask Dan next time you see him. But it was... Dan said it's like the beer he tells people who don't like beer to drink. And it was, like, I didn't feel like vomiting instantly. It was still not very good. I didn't like it, but Immortal Sun seems too slow. I don't know if I want this card. This card's really good. I'm going to cut a Shalai, I think. Shalai seems pretty bad. I should make up both Shalais. All right, I'll bring the Immortal Sun. Right. I could bring in the Wrath. Bring in Settle. Like the Miser's Settle. I don't have any ramp, actually. All right. I'm not sure. I don't know how to board. Shalai stops their Settle. I don't know if they're going to have Settle. You know, like, it'll be so obvious if they do, also. All right, this hand is great. This is exactly what we want. This is the perfect, 1, 2, 3, 4 March curve. This is the curve plus payoffs we're looking for.
Hey Flash, want to hear a joke?
Don't you worry, Bad Beat Nick, about how I know what urine tastes like, all right? I gotta draw land, though. Come on. Oh, oops. Straw land, please. Alright, so this is a pretty easy slam jam. Make a token. I'm very happy to trade here with me getting a token and them not getting a token. Alright. And then I play Migration. Let me ship. They attack. We probably are double blocking. Probably. They have their own migration. And a tribunal. I think it's fine. So we can we draw a land. No. Another. This is still fine, I think. Migration, Elephant. The next turn we can go March, Elephant. Or now we have March for 3. Doesn't really. We drew a land, it's still for 4. What's up, Psycho? Folks tuning in, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I like the attack. I probably should have attacked first before doing this, but whatever. I could have, I guess, flipped landing there. Maybe that was... This deck's hard. If I attack and flip landing, I'm -2 mana. I'm not sure. Alright, they do have Shalai, which is fine, I guess. I don't think Shalai does very much, except... Oh my god, they have a Loxodon too. God, this card is so good. This card is just really, really good. I have Tribunal. Alright. Alright, that's fine. Forest. Yeah, deck's definitely tough to play. So now we can march for 6 and then just cast a Loxodon, which I'm pretty happy with, and make a bunch of huge creatures. Well, a bunch of bears actually. We can attack with everything and actually do a significant amount of damage and then flip the landing. But the problem is then we're not developing our board at all. We could cast Loxodon on our with our 1/1, but that's just kind of lame. I think we're just gonna march here and play Loxodon. March into March seems too that's just losing too much value. I think it is a good attack, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, so let's march. And then we're going to Loxodon. So, it's quite the army, honestly. I don't like Loxodon bagels. I like butter. Give me that lightly toasted butter with bagel. All right, history is no good here. It's time to attack with everything. They have 2 cards in hand. They're not lands, so they could easily be a Wrath, Tristani, something. Now we just bomb with everything. We have a million 2/2s, and they have 1 effective blocker. And we get 2, so they block, block, block. That's here. This is 12, 13, 14. Yeah, this is a million damage. Also flip landing, too. Yeah. We leave back the token. Maybe we just wait. We just march and then attack for a bajillion next turn. Yeah, if they have Shalai, I'll board the Settle back out. I agree. We bomb and then just bomb again. I guess we could just bomb and then we're threatening lethal next turn. And if they play something that stops us from going lethal, we just set up a march. They could have their own march here. It isn't even that good. And they can't flourish next turn either. So yeah, we're just going to bomb. Leave back the 2 1/1s. There's too many free blocks on them. Flip landing. Burns is eating something. I can hear him chewing on it. He's chomping away. Ooh. I mean, these double blocks are great because this matchup's just all about, material in play. So trading 1 token for 2 of their tokens is great. All right. Well, boom. Kill much stuff. Take much damage. All right, they have their own march. Okay. Okay. So they're at 4. They have a bunch of lifelinkers. They have another Emmara, so they're out. They're tapped. We still have a bunch of 2/2s. I think I'm feeling pretty good here. This deck does seem very fun. I agree. Oh boy. Alright, now they have actual no cards. I'm just going to march and Loxodon again. Landing is free. Set up for next turn. I have a good attack here, but I don't think it kills them. They draw a land, they can Shalai and pump, but I think at that point they're just super dead. It just doesn't matter. So, yeah, let's just go nuts here. Like, this is a fairly formidable attacking force next turn. Mirror does seem like a headache, I'm not going to lie. This is the kind of match I'd worry about on Arena. I feel like Arena can't handle this many permanents. Why main phase that so I can use the Loxodon? Yeah. Fun. Okay, so I think I don't want Settle. I think I do want the Wrath on the draw. That I want. Otherwise, I just don't want anything, honestly. Like, I can play around Settle if I feel like they have it very easily because they just, all their stuff is sorcery speed main phase stuff for the most part. So we're just going to keep it like is. It's honestly just feels like who draws the better mix of enablers and payoffs, honestly. Like, I feel like we're not, we just drew a lot of Loxodons and Marches that game, so we won. Immortal Sun, it's kind of slow. So this hand has 0 payoffs and 0 enablers, so we're going to mulligan. Maybe we have payoffs, but yeah, Tribunal seems probably necessary, but alright, this hand works. That's the bottom. History is solid. I should have flowered. I think actually we I don't know. I feel like the flourish part of this card is so important that if I don't have to use it for flower, I shouldn't. But given that we drew history there, yeah, I should have flowered. Yeah, if we don't draw a land in the next 2 turns, I'm going to be really punished. Yeah, I think it's a mistake. Nothing? Please draw a land. Please draw a land. Please draw a land. Alright. This is probably going to lose me this game, unfortunately. Can rewrite tokens be fine-tuned to a top metagame deck? This deck came in 1st and 2nd at the tournament last weekend. So, yes. Yes. If you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name is Jim Davis. We're playing, this is Eric Shoopman's deck from the SCG Columbus. First place. He beat Todd Stevens in a mirror in the finals. So, Johnny seems terrible. Alright. That's what you got. We draw a land here. We can go history. No, we can't. Ooh. Fortunately, we screwed our entire curve up. So if we had the history in play or had the Loxodon in play, if it was Johnny, it would be terrible. But we basically just time walked ourselves for no reason. Yeah, it's got to be history here. Next turn we can go Emmara, Loxodon with history.
Fresh meat.
Yeah, I mean, I think Todd didn't finish the match in the finals, but obviously his team lost, so. I'm very scared of what they're playing here because they didn't play other stuff in turn 3 and stuff. Vivien Reid? I don't feel like Planeswalkers are what this matchup is about at all. This is very peculiar. Again, if we had just not screwed up and had a 4/4 in play on turn 3, we'd be attacking these Planeswalkers pretty easily. Planeswalkers are obviously good when your opponent stumbles, and we basically made ourselves stumble by playing badly. This means they possibly brought in Wraths. If they're going for this sort of Planeswalker plan, they might have a Wrath of God in their deck. So I don't know if we can afford to play around it, though, because these Planeswalkers are just getting really big already. So we can march for 4. It's not enough, because we can't use Loxodon. We can Emmara, and then march for 3, 4, also short. So there's no way we can march and cast Loxodon this turn. We do not bring in the Sun, no. I mean, history goes off next turn also, so... What's up, Lane? Good to meet you too, my friend. Alright. This is fine. They have Tristani next turn, but we have a lot of things to do also. Yeah, I should have flowered. I think that you don't always... I think it's matchup dependent. Like, it depends on the matchup how good Flourish is going to be. And Flourish seems really important in this particular matchup. However, given that we didn't have a land, we should have just cast the flower. So... Returning Dawn, 25 months. That's awesome. Returning Dawn, what's up, my friend? Thanks for resub. Appreciate it. Okay. So, I mean, our history goes off here, which is great. And we do need to try and deal with this. Honestly, 3 tokens seems beatable. This one doesn't seem beatable as far as ultimates go. I feel like we can almost just attack a Johnny with both knights. And then... And no, not the Loxodon. Loxodon doesn't want to get in. And then when they make blocks, we'll just post-combat march into Loxodon. And just hope it's enough to overcome everything over the next few turns. I mean, it's 3 tokens plus... What is this, your end step? Yeah. Alright. God, we just threw this game away. Alright, let's attack. Sending in the Loxodon is... That's just bad. We want 1 more tokens. Alright. If we draw a land this turn, and then had the possibility of drawing a land next turn for Tristani also, that would have been great, but... Alright, so fairly obvious blocks. And we're going to see if we can beat this emblem. They have their own March of the Multitudes. Alright, it's not for a ton. It's only for 3. I'd say we are a dog currently, but we definitely have a chance to win this game. Yeah, 3 2/2 lifelinkers every turn is a lot, but we'll see. We'll see. We have a lot of 2/2s and some 4/4s. Our Cleansing Nova is obviously just a totally dead card. They found another Tristani? Okay. I mean, that's a legend, so it's not the worst. Ugh. They gonna play it for the 2 tokens? No. Immortal Migration? Ugh. God, just give me a Conclave Tribunal to kill this Tristani. If we get that, we can win this game, I think. But yes, we can't let Vivien ultimate. That's plains. All right. Yeah, they just have more 2/2s than we do. I think we're just dead here. We just can't win. It's unfortunate. They just have 8 lifelinking tokens. Yeah, if we drew a Tribunal this turn, I could have killed this. Our attacks look a lot better. But even now, they have 5, 10, 11, 12 blockers, and we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 14 attackers. So we could stop Vivien, but we'll lose almost everything in the process. I guess we just do it, right? Alright, whatever. We'll just do it. This is going to be a bloodbath. This does look miserable. Yes, Ross, you are correct. I mean, again, if I just didn't screw up on turn 1, I think that these Planeswalkers would have never gotten to this position because we would have had the 4/4 in play a turn sooner, and we would have had better attacks. And yeah, I think I just threw this game away. Supreme King Man, new sub. What's your name? Where are you from? Questions are in chat. Everyone show some love for our new sub. What's up? This is, yeah, this is quite the battle here. A million things are going to die. And a lot of life's going to be gained. Okay. And Vivien Reid goes to 7. All of that destruction for 1 loyalty lost. Yes, they could have also let Vivien die. However, we were getting a lot of life. I don't know if they had 34 actual damage. So Emmara, sure. Another kicked migration. Alright. I don't know what our answer is this turn. So we're running out of answers. Yeah. All right. I mean, we threw this game away. We just... I think that my thought process of wanting to preserve Flower Flourish, because I think it's very important in the matchup, is good in the sense that I think it's a good thing, but I think it was not worth not casting Flower. I think that it is very match dependent to understand how important Flourish is going to be, and that it was very important to play... Flourish is a very important card in this matchup, but not at the expense of not making my 3rd land drop. So, too late, Powder. Sorry. Yeah, the Mirror doesn't seem very fun. I'm not going to lie. We're 2-1, though. If you're sitting in, welcome to the stream. My name is Jim Davis. We have over 500 fantastic viewers. Give yourself a hand. You're all awesome. And we're playing Eric Shoopman's first place deck from SCG Columbus last weekend. Standard green-white tokens. We're 2-1. Just lost the Mirror. And yeah, it is pretty awesome seeing Magic so high in the viewership. It's pretty great. I agree. Or I think Arena's pretty awesome, and yeah, it's great. What's the best split card? This card is quite good. I don't know. I'm not sure. Decks that can counter this well. I mean, decks playing mass removal. You know. Things like that. This works. Keeps keys. I would say our hand is fine against mono red. Our hand is not soft to Chain Whirler. I would love a 2-drop, obviously, but it's fine. No Chain Whirler this turn. I think we're fine. If they have Chain Whirler, then we're in trouble. I don't know why they didn't attack. It's weird. Yeah. Alright. Well, we got history. History's pretty good. We're definitely on the back foot here. Curve out on the draw into Chain Whirler against mono red seems pretty tough to beat. So you get to get him for a lot here. Now, so they have 1 card left, and we are at 4. And don't have a great answer to Chain Whirler in combat. We can chump block it if we have to. We also have Legion's Landing. Not the best spot. Not the best spot to be in. Another Lava Runner. So if the card in their hand is basically anything, we are dead. So we are going to go to 1. And then back up to 2. And then be dead to many things. Shalai would be good, yes. Alright, looks like there's no shock. Oh, Pyromancer. Okay. Could just cast that pre-combat and killed us, right? I guess we could block differently. Alright, so I mean, that's a good turn 5 kill. Chain Whirler, very good against us. We bring in, I think the matchup is honestly fine main deck, and we bring in so many cards anyway that I think we're super fine. So, not too worried. Gonna cut 2 marches. Going to cut a migration and a landing. So can't rely on the chain whirlable cards too much. I'm gonna cut a Loxodon and
Hey Flash, wanna hear a joke?
District Guide seems medium. Our mana base only has 22 lands in it though, so it's like, ugh. Loxodon, the thing is Loxodon's very good on the play actually. It's worse on the draw. But I think 3 Loxodon is fine. Maybe actually shave a second Loxodon. 2 March, 2 Loxodon. And let's cut like is a District Guide. We're cutting some of our more expensive cards. Is Guide better than Flower? Probably not. Alright. I'm cool with this. We cut a migration. We can't cut all the migrations. You know. Alright, I like this. Tribunals, I guess he's shaving a tribunal. Maybe I'm not looking at the sideboarding correctly here. Maybe we should be bringing out like all the Saproling things and all of the Loxodons. Loxodon's still fine though. I mean, having an answer to Phoenix is important. What's up, Junction? How's it going, my friend? Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. So they for sure have Chain Whirler because they haven't done anything. This is an easy attack. I should have attacked last turn probably. Yeah, I should attack last turn. Once they don't attack and don't kill it, it's pretty apparent they have Chain Whirler in their hand. So I missed the point last turn. I think we're in fine shape though. I mean, we have Shield Mare into Loxodon, so yeah, it's super obvious. Okay, well. Two 4 toughness creatures and an answer to a Phoenix. I'm feeling pretty good this game. Huatli? I don't know. I don't know what that card does. Lava Coil. That's pretty good. Gonna need a spell here, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good spell. Yeah, Lava Coil is the new... we're used to 4 toughness being pretty safe, but Lava Coil is pretty good. So now you can safely seal away the Chain Whirler. We have we're holding Tribunal for the Phoenix. We have a pretty good creature attacking. It is important to race. No attack with Firebrand. It's interesting because they're scared to settle. Huatli. They have 3 cards in hand and a bunch of lands. Another Chain Whirler, sure. And they are pinging the Shield Mare, and then they're going to Lightning Strike it. So we're going to gain 6 life off this exchange. It's a 2-for-1, and then gain 6 life. That is dope. Unfortunately, we've drawn another Legion's Landing, and not a reasonable spell. But that's okay. We're at 24 life, so... we're still going to hold on to this Tribunal. I'm not going to kill the Chain Whirler yet. 24 life. Alright, yeah. The Frenzy's probably... we're going to need to hit that instead. Frenzy's so good. Wow, no attack? Tristani? This is all great. Convoke is so good. I guess I leave the 1... no, I'll leave a 2-2 back. Yeah, this game's looking pretty good for us, I think. Flame of Keld's so bad. Alright, we just mash here. Ooh, never mind. We'll say go. So if they draw Lava Coil and Chain Whirler, and they can kill Tristani, I guess Chain Whirler plus Strike also works. This feels good. This is a 90% concession in my opinion. Probably higher. No. It resolved. I'll leave that back. So I can first strike and then shoot it. Lightning Strike targeting. Alright, so they have the Tristani and the... so that's fine. That's pretty good. They had Strike. They can kill Tristani. We still gain a bajillion life. And deal much damage. They go to 8. Alright, so that's something. You know, if they draw a Chain Whirler now, they do win. So... it's got to be Chain Whirler probably this turn. Nope. Okay. So that felt pretty good. Now we're on the draw. I think I want even more of these migrations out. I think landing's actually fine. Because it comes down early enough where we can just block with it. in the face Chain Whirler. So now we have 2 Migrations, 2 Loxodons, 2 Tristanis, 2 March. I don't think I want Settle. Like, they played around to that game. I kind of want the guide, yeah. Maybe cut a Flower Flourish on the draw. Yeah, that's fine. This gives us 25 mana sources, including lands and flowers, as well as my guides on the draw. I like this. Whatley. I mean, in limited, basically every Planeswalker is good. Nah, I don't want 4 Loxodon. The Loxodons and Migrations kind of go together, you know? Without the Migrations, the Loxodons aren't as good, especially on the draw here. So, I mean, this is... Opponent mulligans to 6. This is the kind of hand we're probably going to keep and we're probably going to lose. I'm going to keep. We have 2-drop, 2-drop Loxodon on the draw with Double Baneslayer. We have to draw lands. They mulliganed, but I'm just going to keep. I was waiting for someone to say Tibble. I was waiting for it. Junction, new sub. Junction. What's your name? Where you from? Questions in chat. Show some love for our new sub, please. All right. Ah, Steam Can. That's a card. Alright, so we have not drawn a land, obviously. If we ever draw a land. We're going to Emmara. I guess Emmara dies to more things. But... Ross, what do you think here, bud? They have to have land and Chain Whirler. The problem is that if you don't draw a land, we can't even, like, Loxodon anyway. Yeah, they have to have land and Chain Whirler. If we play a Emmara, they could have Shock, Lightning Strike, blah, 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 blah. Alright. No land, no Chain Whirler, please. Please, God, draw a land next turn. Alright, we obviously can't block here. Draw land, everyone says. Shock me? Okay. And a Firebrand. Okay. We drew a Flower Flourish. Given them that they shocked me and not a token, I think that them having Chain Whirler in hand is fairly likely. So their hand is probably Chain Whirler X. I think I like Flower Emmara. I guess if we just Migration, they just don't draw land, you know. If we Emmara, we're not blocking any. We can block the Firebrand. Although post-combat Chain Whirler is a disaster also. Alright. Oh, they can. Yeah, they can whirl up this thing. That's right. God, they have Shock too. So they're saying they don't have Chain Whirler because they probably should have I mean, maybe not pre-combat. I don't even know. This is 4, 5, 6. This is 7 damage. They have 2 spells and they have access to all the mana they could want. I don't know. I think we're just dead here. I don't think it matters what we do. Yeah, we're just going to assume they don't have it. Correct. Firebrand. Kill a creature. These flower flourishes, for the love of God. Oh, all right. All right. Well, now we're at the point where we're just going to play Migration and just chump block, and then just try and draw a land for Baneslayer. Honestly, we could also march for 1, which isn't the worst either. Oh, I tapped that. We can't march for 1. I was really thinking about that. Marching for 1 actually seems good. I'm going to block like this, which means they can Firebrand and keep their creature alive, but that means that my Baneslayer is not soft to Lava Coil, which I think is fine. So I should have probably gotten the Plains and marched for 1, but okay. You ready? So you say there's a chance. God damn it. There's no chance. Oh, we're still alive. Right? Alright. Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. I can't look. I can't look. I can look. So now we can Shalai, attack for 5. Have stuff. Shalai is bigger and lifelinkers. Lifelinky, whatever. We don't die here, right? It says lifelink. Yeah, this is great. Don't shock. Good advice. Good advice. So we're actually dead if they have a shock or a lightning strike. They can attack with everything. We block Shalai on the 4/4. They shrink it, add mana, and then kill it. And the red spell makes their remaining... Yeah, we're dead. God damn it. God damn it. I don't think we could have played around this. They target, so they're going to shrink their creature and then kill it, and then they pump... Yeah, god damn it. We had it. We had it. Oh, they saw a line. Don't know why I'd attack there. Getting greedy. I blocked the second biggest one. Yeah, I just punted. 4, 2... Yeah, I just... No, they can shoot it and then remove the mana. It doesn't matter. So that attack, I don't think that attack was greedy. If we block the medium sized one, they can just play the shock on it and then remove the counters with the fourth one. Yeah, and then our attack. I mean, we were at 1, right? So I guess we don't attack there. I obviously had not considered the line until I passed the turn. If we were playing a tournament, I thought more about it. Obviously, I probably might have realized it, but yeah. Considering that I have... No, I think I should have just not attacked that turn. Oh, we died Chain Whirler? That's true. Yeah. Obviously, yes. If I got the planes earlier and cast March for 1, we would have won the game easily. But... so close. Supreme King. New sub, Alec from California, playing for 3 years. Favorite card, Bolt. Puppy name, Lou? Sweet. Alec, thanks, my friend. Appreciate it. That one hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt. Yeah, I think I just have to say go. No, because then it's Chain Whirler. I think I just have to just get the planes earlier and not screw up. Basically, that's what I got to do. All right, we're fine. We'll get our 3-2. We'll call it a day. And by a day, maybe we're gonna play more Magic. I probably shouldn't have attacked because if they have Lightning Strike, Wizard's Lightning, or Shock, that play works. And we died a Chain Whirler a small amount of the time otherwise. They have less Chain Whirlers than Lightning Strike effects, so... Nah, the 2-1 targets. Another mirror? Ugh. Our hand is very bad in the mirror. Yes, we're playing lots of Magic today, don't worry. Oh, this is something different. Steel Leaf Champion. That card seems good against us. Huh. It's not a knight. We went elves? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on, folks. Why postulate? Just play. Emmara is pretty good. So we can go... We're 1 short of Emmara plus Loxodon. We could Tribunal the Steel Leaf Champion, but I'm not really about that. I'd rather use my mana more efficiently. We could Emmara Tribunal. I actually like that, I think. Gets token. I get a token out of it. They'll get a token too, but I think that doesn't really matter because we have Flourish and I just want to get more stuff in play. So they get to attack with Emmara. We get to Loxodon and make a bunch of big creatures, set up a Flourish. We draw basically any creature next turn, and the Flourish is possibly lethal, honestly. So we'll see. Knight of Autumn would be good here. That's fair. But what are you going to do? You know? What are you going to do? Nullhide Ferox. Sure. Didn't draw a spell. God damn it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna chill, I guess. Five, 10, 6/6 is a little bigger than I would like. Again, I would have loved to have drawn any creature, token making anything there, so we can convoke off of it, but we did not. So this is good for us, because 6/6 is just big enough where they can't effectively be blocked by these. Pelt Collector, sure. Llanowar Elf, sure. Lieutenant, sure. All right, yeah, we have a good flourish here. Oh god, here we go. What is this? They have Tribunal also. Oh, they have their own Loxodon. All right, their deck seems pretty good. So now, if I flourish and attack, I gain 7 life and make a blocker. Never mind. We'll just cast March instead. Alright, Splinter Twin assembled. Just need to not die this turn. And we should win next turn. Fab! New sub, what's your name? Where you from, my friend? Questions are in chat. Hello, hello, hello. Scared, eh? You should be scared, because you are dead. We played against a green-black deck in round 1. And then we played against mono-red, the mirror, and now this. Yeah, so just the green-black deck in round 1. Played blue-white control in Columbus. Was happy with the deck, but didn't do too well. Fabian or Fabian? Fabian? If I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. I want to get it right. From Germany. Awesome. Playing for 2 years. Baron Master Wizard favorite card. Favorite deck is Legacy Miracles. Puppy name, Mr. Peanut Butter. I like that. Thanks for following, my friend, and for subbing. I appreciate that. Alright, so they're coming in with a reasonable attack here. We're going to assign some blocks. We're making 2, 4, 6, 8 tokens. And they're going to all be 3/3s. Yeah, so I almost want them to pump Throne Lieutenant. So, because it means they can't play stuff or have tricks.
Hey, could you check this deck out? Give me some advice. I want to play something like this at GP Lille.
Sweet. We got a deck talk coming up right after this league. All right, my friends? Sounds good. All right, 4, 8. And we have 1 million attackers. This seems fine. All right, so they pump. That's fine. We march. And now they are defenseless. And we untap, we cast Flourish, and assumedly win the game. I'm not actually going to do any math here. I'm just going to cast Flourish and hit F6 and attack all. And I assume we win. All right. It worked. It worked. I had great teammates. Todd and Ross are great. I would team with you guys again in a heartbeat. Ugh. All right, so they're like a beat-downy version of green-white, sort of a hybrid of like mono-green aggro and our deck. What does that mean? We want, I guess, the Nova, because we're on the draw. Ugh. Todd said I should have played mono-red. No, my deck was great. My blue-white control deck was fantastic. I don't... Do you want Lyra? Yeah, I know I have to play more team events. I can't get away from it. Team events are terrible, but it is what it is. I do like Dryad also, yes. Dryad is good. It's good to board in a Wrath of God and a Dryad, you know, it makes sense. But we're going to cut the Shalais and bring in these two cards again. I think it's call it a day. It's possible we want Seal Away against their 5/4s. But Ross, later, my friend. And don't watch Versus series. You can always watch Versus live on YouTube. Watch me and then check them out later. Yeah, the mana base is so like, ugh. Like I'd rather just have an extra land in my deck and not play these district guides. I'm gonna cut a Tribunal actually. No, actually, I'm on Tribunal. Yeah, this is fine. They're not going to have Settle probably because they're playing Steel Leaf Champion. And you can't play any planes in your Steel Leaf Champion deck. So they shouldn't be able to cast Settle. This hand is weird. That's fine. Put a mulligans. We can keep this. Multi-twitching is also okay. I will accept that. They mulligan to 4. I don't like how they mulligan to 4. They're going to cast Steel Leaf Champion on turn 2 and just kill us. If you don't like team events, tweet at Cedric Phillips and let him know about it. Christian says, what's the best piece of advice for someone who wants to get into streaming? Just start. Make sure you have a good microphone. And make sure your overlay is appealing. If your microphone sucks or your overlay looks like dog shit, nobody will watch you. I would say the microphone quality is one of the most important things, period. I don't care how good you are. If you sound like you're talking through a telephone, nobody's going to watch you, ever. Ever. So that's the most important thing. Have a nice overlay and just have fun. You're not going to have 1 million viewers. You're probably not going to even have 10 viewers. So just try and have fun. And even if you don't have an audience yet, just pretend you do. Just pretend you're recording a video and don't be sad about it, basically. You just work through it. All right, so we attack here. But yeah, having done... Obviously streaming, I've done radio, I've done a lot of stuff with my band as far as recording, and sound quality is one of the most important things. There's a minimum threshold for sound quality, and if you don't meet that threshold, nobody will listen to your music or listen to you talk. It doesn't matter how good you are. Yeah, having a burn Z is a good idea too. And they're dead. Cool. That was easy. Nah, I don't do a podcast. Yeah, being good looking is also a nice natural advantage also. Sweet. But yeah, if you think that there should be more standard on tour and you don't like team events, please go on Twitter right now, just at Cedric Phillips, and say, hey, I don't like team events. And don't tell them I sent you, because I don't think that I'm just forcing you to do it or whatever. Just tell him, hey, I think you're streaming team events. I want to see more standard events. Whatever you want, just tell him. Cedric is really, really good with feedback. You know, like he's really, really good with listening to people and hearing advice. And if enough people say, hey, I want more standard events, there'll probably be more standard events, you know? So, all right, so 3-2. I think both of our losses are basically our fault. We, against Mono Red, we didn't get we didn't cast Flower on turn 1 mistakenly and probably would have won that game. And then didn't cast Flower for Plains in that game 3, probably would have won that game too. And then we lost to the Mirror. We also didn't cast Flower, right? Yeah, so this card's too hard to play is the moral of the story. But yeah, so overall though, the deck seems sweet. I'm not super big on District Guide. And I think we're a little heavy on stuff. It would be cool if we could play Lana Rolls in this deck. That just seems too difficult. Given our mana, you know, the mana just isn't really good enough for it. I mean, this is an elf. This is an elf. Yeah, I can't cast that. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think the guides aren't great. I want to add a land. It's mostly it, honestly. The deck seems pretty good. Yeah, lesson is just cast Flower. Don't be greedy. I think my heart was in the right place with not wanting to waste the value of our card. But I also think that I was too far. So, what's up, Rude? Overall, the deck seems sweet, though. Both of our losses were our fault. And, yeah, deck seems really good. This definitely seems like a player in Standard. I think that this deck is beatable. You know, if you want to beat it, the card Fiery Colonnade is insane against this deck. There's a lot of cards that are very good against this deck. But this was a really, really good week 1 deck. So both Eric and Todd nailed it. Hey, the mouse is on the screen. You can see the mouse. That wasn't always the case. That's interesting. So yeah, deck seems sweet. If you're looking for a deck to buy into, this is probably a really cool one. And yeah, Sideboard seems pretty good too. We didn't use a lot of our cards. Settle seems eh. Vivien Reid seems very good. Tendershoot seems very good. I like that card a lot. Immortal Sun also seems kind of cool, but Ritual of Soot also very good. Yes, so there are definitely answers to this deck, and I think that making sure you have a good plan where you're kind of boarding out a lot of the 1/1 token stuff for more cards like Lyra or Planeswalkers in post board games, and becoming more of a mid range deck is definitely a good idea. So sweet. So that's going to do it for this league. If you're watching on YouTube, the video will end. The stream will continue. Our next deck is going to be Legacy 12 Post. This is the deck that Jody Keith came in second with. Mana cost off the page here. This is our next deck. We'll be playing this up next. If you're watching on YouTube, look for this one in a video too. Otherwise, YouTube, I'll see you fine folks later. Make sure you sub to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.